You showed us the potential and possibilities in different areas with your clients and in your own life. And from that, we could see what was possible in our own business.
Yeah, that was quite helpful for us because we knew that there was a lot of things that could be done, but we couldn't really visualize what that would mean for us. And so it was helpful to have your examples of things that you had done with AI, and then we could think about how that would apply to our situation and how we could use it ourselves.
Using a lot of Gemini's gems, and that has been a huge time saver. With the receipts and expense automation, that's something new, and I can see the potential for other areas. Like now that you've taught us the skill of how to automate that workflow, I can already see at least one other workflow that we can do.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest value for us, is automating processes that we will have to do very often. Of course, there's a lot of software that you can buy that you can use for certain things, but there will be things that are specific to like how we do that process, and being able to automate it and save a lot of time. It's invaluable.
In the beginning, it was more like digging into what takes up our time and can be automated, and we had a brainstorm around different things there, and then you would hand over it to us to screen share and let us drive the setting up of things, which I found was really practical because I totally remember how to do it now because I did it. Whereas I think if you showed me and I was watching, I tend to zone out quite easily in lectures and classes. So I really liked the practical aspect of it. You're like, oh, we can finish this automation within this session. I was like, what, 2 hours? In my head, I had this idea of coding and then tweaking, coding, which takes a long time, and it probably does, like 2 years ago. I'm just surprised at the speed and how not technical we need to be.
Yeah, so that there's a lot more that the average person, non-technical person, can do easily without it being like terrifying and something that you have no idea how to do it. So there's a lot that you can do to help your day-to-day, so that it's valuable for anyone, regardless of how little or how much technical knowledge you have.
I was surprised how easy it was to follow the instructions from Claude Cowork. Pretty much all I was doing was copying and pasting. But it was copying and pasting a lot of random mumbo jumbo that magically worked. So it made me feel I was doing something technical. But when I think about it, all I was really doing was copying and pasting stuff. From the first session that we were doing the Claude Cowork, I think that was when it clicked for me, because I had no prior knowledge of anything to do with code. I didn't even know what Claude Cowork was until you introduced it to me. It was always in the too hard, can't be bothered bucket. And now that you've shown what's possible, it opened the doors for me. It opened my eyes, you can say, to see what's possible. It's not that AI will take over opportunities, it's that people who know how to use AI will take over opportunities. And I want to be in that camp, not the other one. So I'm really glad that we did this.
And we can automate it, which saves us time. We don't have to hire somebody to do that task for us, which saves us money. We can make decisions faster because we get information faster. We don't have to wait for somebody to do it, which is, if it's a manual process, it always takes longer. We can apply it to so many different areas, right, of the business. It can be accounting, it can be even just like metrics, KPIs, tracking how our ads are performing, how everything is going. But also AI can help us analyze these numbers and make decisions, and all of these things are things that of course you can do without AI. but it would take you a lot longer, and you'd potentially need more resources, which would be costly for the business. We're a small business, so time is money. But the advantage is that you buy a software that has all these functionalities, and then you have to find like what you need, and you might be buying a lot more than what you need, or even just like figuring it out, right? Whilst with AI, you can literally design the automations that you need specifically, and you can change it over time, but it feels like it's a lot more, it's a lot more value adding because it's specific to your needs, right? It feels like more customized, quite a few different things, which was also, again, quite good, because it also gave us again that mindset shift of there's so many things that we can do and that we didn't know, and that actually are accessible to people like us who are not technical. What is the process right now? And you use AI to help you figure out what would a better process be. You can do anything. And from if you are not intentional, which was what I was like when we started, you're just chatting to AI. You're just like using it as a chat box, as somebody replying on the other side. But I think it can be a lot more than that, right? It could be a coworker, somebody that actually adds a lot of value and does things for you besides just telling you what you could be doing. Yeah, I'd say be more intentional. Think about what is the outcome that you're trying to achieve. And then work with AI to get one. It's actually accessible to anyone, like regardless of your how much you know of AI. And two, there will always be value to be gained, because there are so many things where you could apply, automations, improving processes, improving the quality of the way you do something. So anyone can do it, and everyone has something to gain from it.
The time investment in it is quite minimal in comparison to the time that you would save, because you can achieve a lot just in 1 2-hour session. I was surprised. And 3, Eli's a cool guy.
Oh yeah, you're very pleasant. That's a good point. You're a very pleasant
enjoyable,
person to be in a room with.
The session's enjoyable.